So I've just taken a break and come back, and you can tell by the time that I'm probably not going to finish this video series today, tonight, last night, as I planned. So let's just plow on. So where did we get up to? I think we just implemented our flashlight script into our Slender scene build. Yep, so we now have a flashlight, mucked around with a few settings. We got that to work around in our scene. So that's where we got up to. Now, I'm going to throw something in that I haven't actually done before. It's something I read about just recently, so let's just go for it together right here, right now. Very much doing things on the fly right now. So, alright, what am I going to do? At the moment we see our torch on the ground. It's a pretty plain, boring kind of looking light. So let's see if we can make that a little bit more exciting. If we look in our light component here, there's a variable for cookie. Now this is what I just read about. So start off, let's go to Assets, Import Package. And here we have it here, Light Cookies. Let's see what they're all about. Yep, let's just bring them in. So they probably came under Standard Assets, Light Cookies. And look, immediately we've got a couple of flashlight lights. So what's a cookie? It's like a cutout. What it's going to do is it's going to change the light that's reflected off that surface from our light source, and it's just going to give it a bit of detail. So let's just even whack a couple in and try them. Now we saw something happen then. Let's hit play and see what that's turned out like. There we go. We're starting to see that our light now has some definition. It's kind of giving the illusion that it is coming from a flashlight. Alright, so let's just try the irregular one. I think that'll be even more fantastic. Okay, well, I'm not sure if I'm particularly keen on the swirl and the amount of black that comes into the center of the screen. So it'd be nice if there was something in between the two. Alright, so just have a look at what these came in as. These are indeed textures. Okay, so I can't see any reason at all that anybody that's decent at modifying textures using GIMP or Photoshop or that kind of thing, check the links that I put in my assets video. There's a couple of links there on how to modify textures with a couple of links to tutorials. And there's no reason at all why you cannot make your own light cookie. Now it's going to be something to do with the alpha channel and things like that, so make sure you know your textures and what you're doing with them. So that's what it's about. That's where they've come from. So I kind of like that, but I didn't like the irregular, so I am going to go back to a standard flashlight, because I do want that light in the middle. If I just pause it, unlike that irregular, see, that does black out too much. I don't think that's awesome. I mean, it's probably got its own applications, and it's great that Uni gave it to us. There we go. Just adding a cookie, give a bit more definition to that reflected light. Okay, great. That was an instant ad. Now, like I said, I just took a break. I can never stay away from Unity answers from too long, and there was a couple of questions that even came up a second ago. I thought, wow, this is great. So maybe I am going to get an audience. Some fellow looking back on the MPC, and I just couldn't believe how similar this was to the very first MPC script I wrote before we implemented the rigid body. So there we go. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but there is a follow-up to all this. If we go to the forums, or actually let's just try and find it externally. I do have a forum post that covers all the things mentioned in here, and if I bring up some tutorials or textures or assets or things like that that aren't clear, then just go and look for my forum guide. So check the Unity forum for Slender Guide. Let's just try that without my name. There we go. It's probably come up because I've come here so many times. Slender, as you can see. So yeah, here we go. Slender Guide by Alucard J on the forums. So just search that, and then you'll come to the page I've set up. Now, the forums are so much different to answers. Now, answers are very much for specific technical questions, okay? You've written a script, for some reason it's not working, and you need help resolving it. That's where answers is used. Now, if you've asked a question on answers, you've probably been shot down, especially asking Slender, and you've probably even been shot down by me. Now, this is just to prove that although you might have got a hard time from me over at answers, you come to the forums, anything is cool here, okay? You can ask anything here that you like. You see, I will try and answer questions. Okay, sometimes it does take me about 2 days to get back to people. Alright, but as you can see, look, plenty of questions. It really doesn't matter, and I'll try and help you out as best as I can, okay? The forum is not answers. Here you can ask anything you want. And I have set up this page just so everyone can come here, they can talk about their projects, they can set things up, and also I'll pop in and have a look, and if there's anything that people are having problems with, I will do the best I can to try and help them get started themselves. Okay? So yeah, look, there's, it's just going. And I'm really trying to help people on their journey in programming, as I put it. So yeah, if you've got any further questions and you are a member of the Unity community, or even if you're not, you should sign up immediately. It's free. You just jump in and you've got so many resources, and once you're a member you can just simply log in and you can talk away. Yeah, there's a fellow that's having some problems, so we've even added some modifications to the scripts. Okay, so if you want to ask any questions, please come to the forums. Come to my forum page, okay? There it is there. Just search that string and you should find it, no worries. Okay, that's excellent. Now, what else was I going to reflect on? Something back here. Okay, back to the project in hand. So, we haven't done anything to our character controller. So, it only has the basic functionality. There's no run in that. Now, I'm going to develop that a bit later. I just want to plug in everything that we've made so far. So what else can we add to our scene here to get going? Well, of course, there's all the assets. So again, if you go back to my assets video, or look on the forum link, and there's a section I have up the top, which I always keep up to date. Okay, there's a changelog to show what's happening and what's been updated in the main body here. Okay, where have we got it? Where's my resources? Requests, changelog. Okay, so I don't have resources here. My mistake. Because I do have a separate post as well for this video series. So the same thing, if you just type into Google Unity Forum, Programming and Making Games in Unity 3D, here's just all the information on this video series. There we have all the way back to scripting basics, our operators that we can use in our conditional statements. And here we have it, the links from the videos. Okay, assets, models, textures, everything that's mentioned in my assets video, you'll find all the links here. And even further down, there's a few more I've got to add yet. All the links to other tutorials that I've used while developing these scripts. Okay, so please check out the forums. And like I said, in the forums, you're welcome. You can ask any question. Alright? Excellent. Alright, let's get back on track. So, as I said, I've implemented this stuff. Now, what else can we do that's interactive for the character? So we can drop some models in. And the other main one is collecting papers. That's pretty much the whole objective of the game, isn't it? I mean, one, we have the enemy, which we're working on.